Good day, viewers, and welcome once again to your class on English language. And this time around, we are still on the 2019 West Africa Senior Secondary Certificate Examination, and right now we are focusing on questions 36 to 45. Now, questions 36 to 45 are set to test your knowledge of the topic stress in English, and this time around we're looking at what we call word stress, because actually in English we have two types of stress. We have what we call word stress and we have what we call sentence stress. Do you get it? So we're focusing on word stress, questions 36 to 45. Now 36 to 40 strictly focuses on stress that have to do with correct stress of a word. Now, you're given a word, just a single word, and you're given so many options of the way that particular single word can be pronounced. So your duty is to actually look for the correct stressed pattern, your duty is to look for the correct way the word is actually, as the word being correctly stressed. To get it, so they give you a word that is about 3 to 4 syllables, and then they give you different stress patterns of that same word. So you have to pick the one that is correctly stressed. That is 36 to 40 for you. So we are focusing on that, and then let's look at the example that we have here. We have the word, and the word is usually written in small letters or through, because stress when it comes to writing is usually represented by capital letters, but when it comes to transcribing, it's usually represented by a superscript. So when it comes to transcription, stress is usually represented by what we call a superscript like this. But when it comes to writing, it's usually represented by writing the particular syllable in capital letter. Do you understand that? So we have DEMOCRATIC, and then the word option A, you are given something like this. Option B, you're given something like this. Option C, you're given something like this. C, we have the third syllable. And option D, we have something like this. So the question is, which syllable in this word is stressed? So is it first syllable? Is it democratic? Is it second syllable, which is democratic? Is it third syllable, which is democratic? Or is it last syllable, which is democratic? Do we get it? So I go over it again. Now when we stress the first syllable, so we are laying emphasis on the first syllable. Take note that stress actually is, when we talk about stress, we're talking of an emphasized syllable, a syllable that is produced longer and then with higher pitch than other syllables. So is it democratic, or is it democratic, or is it democratic, or is it democratic? So that's just it. So now the correctly stressed syllable in this word is actually the third syllable. And when we talk about word stress this time around in this examination, we're actually focusing on what we call the primary syllable. So the syllable with the primary stress is the third syllable. So it's democratic. Do you get it? So democratic. So our option C would be the correct answer. Did you get it? So option C is our correct answer. Democratic. Now this is an example. So let's look at question number 36. So we have the word C, CONSTITUTION, and we have option A being CON, stressed, option B being option C coming. And option D. Now let me just give you a simple rule for question number 36. Now most words that end in I-O-N, I mean most words that end with T-I-O-N, S-I-O-N, T-I-O-N, S-I-O-n, S-H-I-O-N, whatever, anything I-O-N, most of them are like, almost all of them are stressed on the penultimate syllable. Now what do you mean by penultimate syllable? Penultimate, we mean second to last syllable. So second to last syllable. So that means that constitution will be stressed on the third syllable. Constitution. So we have, so it's not, now if you look at the way they've even written it, so is it constitution? Is it constitution second? Is it constitution third? Or is it constitution last syllable? So it's constitution, option C also. Do you understand that? That's just it. So like I said, most words that end with I or N are stressed on the third syllable. There's only one exception in English, and that's the word television. So let me just give you the exception straight away. Television is stressed on the first syllable. That's the only exception. So we haven't like these for television, or whether TE, whichever one, but it's still stressed first syllable that is stressed in television. That's the only exception to this rule. Every other word that ends with I-O-N is stressed on the second to the last syllable, or what we know as the penultimate syllable. Do you get it? So the word is constitution. Let's go on with question number 37. So we have E, X, T, R, A, V, A, G, A, and T. So is it the first syllable, option A, the second syllable, option B, the third syllable, or the last syllable? So is it extravagant or extravagant or extravagant or extravagant? That's how it should go. So is it the first syllable or the second syllable or the third or the fourth? First syllable extravagant, second syllable extravagant, third syllable extravagant, and last syllable extravagant. So the word is actually stressed on the second syllable. So the word is pronounced extravagant, extravagant, extravagant. So that's option B, extravagant, not extravagant like we usually call it. It's not extravagant, but extravagant, stressed on the second syllable. Question 38. Now, so the word, is it interrogate or interrogate or interrogate or interrogate. I go over it again. First syllable is it interrogate. Second is it interrogate. Third is it interrogate. Fourth is it interrogate. Now the word is usually stressed on the second syllable also, so the word is pronounced interrogate, interrogate, and not the usual interrogate that we usually pronounce. So it's interrogate. Do you get it? So just like we have extravagant, it's also interrogate. Option B. 39. Question 39. We have the word CATASTROPHIC, and then we have B. We have C. We have then D. We have. So which of these syllables is stressed in the word CATASTROPHIC? Is the word catastrophic, or is it catastrophic, or is it catastrophic, or is it catastrophic? I go over it again. Is it stressed on the first syllable and we have catastrophic, or second syllable and we have catastrophic, and third syllable we have catastrophic, or last syllable and we have catastrophic? Now the word is usually stressed on the third syllable, so it's catastrophic, catastrophic, catastrophic. So option C is the correct answer. Then question 40 or so, we have POPULATION. I believe you should not have issues getting the stressed syllable in these because we already gave a rule concerning it. So this word, is it population, or is it population, or is it population, or is it population? First syllable population, second syllable population, third syllable population, last syllable population. It's usually going to be the third syllable because it also ends with TION, and it's even reasonably pronounced population. So option C. Option C. Do we get it? So before we go, let me just transcribe all of these words for you so that you could actually see the way they are actually represented when they are transcribed. So the first one, we have the one I gave as example. And like I said the stress syllable will be denoted by a superscript coming before the stress syllable. So kra. So that's why we have the superscript coming before the kra. So do you get it? So democratic. That's just it. Then the next word we had constitution. Now secondary stress first syllable, primary stress third syllable. Constitution. Do we get it? Then the next word we had the word interrogate. Stress on the second syllable, so we had this. Interrogate. Next word we had secondary stress on the first syllable also. And then primary stress on the third syllable. catastrophic, and the last word we had same thing, secondary stress on the first syllable, then primary stress on the third syllable. Population. Oh, sorry, I missed a word, extravagant. So extravagant is extravagant. So do you get it? So extravagant. Extravagant. So that's just it. So extravagant. So we have democratic, we had constitution, we had interrogate, we had catastrophic, we had population, and then we have extravagant. So that's just all about what stress, and then especially the one focusing on the correct stressed syllable, the correctly stressed syllable of a particular one. Thanks for viewing to the end. Have a nice day. Bye for now.